各位观众好，我是沈志牧师。今天我们很荣幸能够邀请到，其实就是很难得的一个机会，就是在我们当中是市政府纽约的市政府移民中心的处长，Mr. Manuel Castro，在我们当中，这是一个很难得的机会。为什么呢？因为这么高的官员呢，高级的官员很少，他们自愿来到社区里面来跟市民做一个对话，所以很荣幸。Thank you so much this morning, this afternoon to welcome you in our community. Just really excited to have you here, knowing that you assumed the position since January, and yet you are so proactive, you are so outgoing, reach out to so many different communities. Sort of give us a fresh air. So we thank you so much. I appreciate your coming.
Thank you, Pastor Mike, and I truly admire the work that you do, the work that that the organization and the community does every day to support immigrant communities, Chinese communities here in New York. And so I'm very happy to be here with you, and to be the commissioner is such a great honor. And I want to make sure that people get to know me and get to know how important it is for us in this administration to support the immigrant communities here in New York.
我想翻譯少少用廣東話，呢位女士一陣會翻譯國語。主要呢係Castro 嘅處長呢，佢話佢新上任1月先開始上任，但係佢好希望能夠同華人社區同埋其他族裔嘅社區呢有正面嘅交通，所以佢好主動嘅嚟到我哋當中同市民解釋一下，究竟呢個紐約市政府移民中心係能夠提供啲咩服務。
好，那我就替我们局长翻译一下。他是叫 Manuel Castro， 来自纽约市市长移民事务办公室。那他非常开心今天可以来到角声呢，非常崇拜陈牧师为社区所做的所有服务。那他也非常高兴可以来到这里跟大家见个面，然后他希望整个社区都可以认识到他，所以他会经常出来跟大家做活动，然后希望整个华人社区可以见到我们市长移民事务办公室，了解我们办公室的所作所为，然后我们希望所有的移民可以了解到我们办公室的一些服务。谢谢。
Commissioner, would you please tell the audience what type of services that you're going to provide under your leadership to different communities?
Yes, we are responsible. My office, the Office of Immigrant Affairs, is responsible for the well-being of all immigrants here in New York City. And the children of immigrants, which is 60% of the population. And so we have a great responsibility to make sure that immigrants have access to services, everything from education, healthcare, legal services, regardless of immigration status and in their language. So we're working hard in the administration with Mayor Eric Adams, my office, to make sure that the community gets to know us and gets to know how important it is that we are there for you. And so my office has a lot of services which you can reach through our website and through our hotline. But what's important to know is that we're there to be your champion, to be your advocate for immigrant-related issues. One way we do this is by providing free legal consultations on issues relating to immigration and other issues. So if you're confronted with immigration enforcement, for instance, you can call our office and someone will be able to give you some counsel and connect you with legal representation. So that's really important to say. New York City does not do immigration enforcement. We will never deport anyone. That's important to be clear about. We're here to support immigrants.
That's good to know. 我想解釋一下咧，就處長話呢個移民中心係一個好重要嘅機構，咁提供咧多方面嘅服務嘅，咁所以特別係有關教育啊、醫療啊、 其他各種嘅服務。其中一項好重要咧，就係免費嘅法律諮詢。咁對於嗰啲即係身份有一啲關注嘅人士咧，如果萬一係真係遇到一啲困難嘅時候咧，呢個市政府移民中心咧可以提供免費嘅律師服務。咁特別係有關於執法、聯邦執法，譬如 ICE 其他啲聯邦嘅執法人員咧，會造成困擾或者造成一啲嘅即係對移民有啲不利嘅因素嘅時候咧，可以市政府咧，紐約市政府係會提供免費嘅律師呢個法律嘅援助，同埋咧係紐約咧係唔會對任何人嘅身份提出呢個嘅質疑，或者係會點講咧，就係唔會遞解或者絕對唔會舉報等等，通知移民局等等。呢個唔係紐約市政府移民中心嘅一啲嘅服務。重要咧就係對身份有問題嘅人士咧，啲市民咧係可以尋求免費嘅法律援助。
剛才我們局長說了，那我們市長移民事務辦公室呢，主要的目標或者是我們的一個主要的主旨，就是說要服務所有的移民社區或所有的移民，包括小孩子。那我們辦公室提供很多服務，比如像醫療、教育，這些服務都會在我們的網站，或者是通過給我們辦公室打電話，就可以聯繫到我們相關的一些服務，或者是我們會幫你介紹給政府的一些服務機構。那最重要的是，如果你有法律相關的問題，比如說移民，你需要找律師，你也可以聯繫我們的辦公室。我們的辦公室不會說因為你有沒有身份，或者是你告訴我們你私人的一些隱私，我們是不會跟聯邦的任何機構一起合作。如果是你沒有身份的話，我們會把你的身份保密起來，我們不會去就是因為你的身份而歧視你，這是非常重要的。紐約市政府是幫助所有不管你是有沒有身份的人，他都是受到歡迎的，所以我們不會說因為你的身份問題而舉報你。所以如果你有需要申請什麼政府的一些福利，也可以聯繫我們辦公室，那我們就會幫你做介紹到相關的部門。謝謝。
We'd love to have you come and also your team to be able to present some educational workshop to us, so more immigrants will be able to benefit from it and learning more about specific services. But on the other hand, is there any possibility to, like, for example, getting some fundings from your bureau? The reason why is that, you know, we are dealing with immigrants on a daily basis, so it's important that we actually have a person or a system that we can do referral.
Yes.
It's much easier for us to coordinate and also spread out the news and also conduct all kinds of workshops. So I just wonder if there's any chances for any funding.
Yes, we in city government, we have a lot of services. So everything from education, like English language classes, to healthcare, mental health care, workshops and counseling. So we can provide, someone, a staffer or myself even, to meet with the community and give presentations. This is something that Lydia does often. And we have a lot of staff that do that. But we also know and recognize that organizations, community-based groups, need support and need funding to be able to do that on a daily basis in their own communities, in their own languages. So my office and other offices in the city do provide funding for this kind of work, and I'm going to be working closely with Lydia and other team members to make sure you have the information to know how to access these funds and make sure that your community is also being served appropriately. That's something really important to say. If anyone in the community runs into issues, language access, for instance, if you go to the hospital and they don't speak your language, you can come to us and we can, work to improve those services. Because for us, it's important that the community has language access, that there's someone that can communicate with you. Because if the community doesn't feel like they have that relationship, they're not going to go to the doctor, they're not going to go to the police and access those services. So yes, we can provide a full presentation of all the services that we provide, which is a long list, but also support the community groups like yours to access the resources that we have in city government.
Thank you. 我正話問處長咧，就係即係因為佢哋本身部門係有好多唔同嘅服務嘅，但係好多時候我哋作為社區機構咧，係每日都要面對市民嘅需要，咁即係變咗唔係下下都啲市民咁方便直接去到市政府唔同個部門去尋求援助，咁所以我就問處長有冇一啲嘅基金可以資助社區或者好似角聲或者其他一啲機構，能夠我哋提供直接嘅服務俾市民。咁處長嘅答案咧就話係有其實好多唔同嘅管道可以攞到經費，咁佢哋好願意派啲職員咧嚟到社區唔同嘅機構或者中心咧嚟去舉辦唔同嘅講座，或者係有需要嘅時候，佢哋親自可以出馬嘅。咁呢個係相當好嘅消息。
那我们刚才局长也回答了，我们会给社区提供很多的一些服务。那如果说需要任何的政府基金或者是援助的话呢，我们也是会把这些信息发送给社区。那通常会通过我本人，或者是我会联系社区机构发那个电子邮件，或者是像是每周一个周报这样子，通过这些消息，那社区的人是知道我们办公室有新的资源，比如说像是有英文班，那这个是有基金的，那基金就可以给到社区，然后社区就可以办英文班。像是比如说要法律援助的这些也是，通常就会有一部分基金到社区，那你们就可以申请。不是，那你们免费在做，就我们来工作也是有钱的，那你们工作也是有钱的，所以我们就要把这个就是推广给所有的社区，让大家都知道，我们不是说你们做了这些都是免费的，没有，你们是要得到应有的报酬，对。
Yeah, wonderful. That's great news. I think it's a level of effectiveness. I know that you guys work very hard so that we can refer clients to you too. But at the same time, since we work with the community on a daily basis, it's much more convenient if we set up a certain service so that the recipients can come over to our offices and seek services right away.
Correct.
Yeah, so that is the reason I mentioned about funding. Yes. Yeah, but that's good to know that we can access those channels.
Right.
Yeah. So the last question for you, Commissioner, is that what's your hope and dreams, like in the next couple of years, that you would like to, serve the community to the fullest extent?
Yes, I'm very committed to being rooted in the community, meaning that I don't want to be a commissioner that is just sitting at my desk at City Hall, but that I am engaged in the community. That's why I'm here today, and I am visiting many of the wonderful organizations that work with immigrant communities in New York City to see their space, meet their clients, meet their leaders, and hear from them what are the issues, what are the problems, and take action. And so I want to be rooted in the community, and I want to be responsive. That's really important for government to be. And so my dream, my hopes and aspirations is that we're able to build a very powerful office that is a champion of immigrants in New York City. And we can only do that by having the support of our partners like yourself, like the community groups that are here in the immigrant neighborhoods doing the daily work. And we are able to work together to ensure that immigrants feel supported and protected. And I want that to be my legacy, that for future commissioners and future administrations are able to follow.
That's great. Yeah. 正話我問處長最後一個問題咧，就話即係佢自己對佢嘅 單位個期待係咩嘢？咁佢又好真係好親民嘅即係佢好願意走出去呢個社區同唔同嘅種族嘅族類啦，去溝通，知道呢個社區唔同群體嘅需要。咁呢個係好不尋常嘅一個做法，因為通常政府官員特別係咁高嘅位置咧，佢就喺辦公室辦公嘅，佢好少出街嘅。咁但係佢就話咧，佢自細就喺Brooklyn 長大，咁佢同社區咧係好接近，所以佢嘅作風就係希望能夠更多嘅時間同市民溝通啦，咁又了解到市民嘅需要，咁可以能夠幫助到市民解決問題，同埋佢希望能夠對以後接任唔同嘅呢個局長咧，將來嘅局長咧，即係立下一個楷模，一個模範。咁即係呢個最好嘅方法咧，就係直接出去接觸市民，而唔係喺辦公室裏邊淨係聽。咁實際上咧係唔了解社區嘅需要，所以好多謝佢。
刚才我们局长说了，他接下来的目标和梦想就是扎根到社区里面。他每周都会花点时间到社区去，他不是只单单坐在办公室里面，跟其他的很多局长不一样，他是喜欢到社区里面了解每个社团看看他们的环境，然后了解他们的需要。这就是他想要建立一个目标，希望其他市政府的一些局长可以跟他一样，一起出去做这些访问。那他也是要把这个立志成为下一任局长的一个目標，希望他們也跟他一樣扎根在社區，然後為社區做更多的推廣服務。
You already set a great example, so it's so refreshing for you to come and stop by amidst your hectic schedule. I think it's a blessing for the community to really come in touch face to face with the higher official in the city. So you're not sitting behind the desk, but you are reaching out to the community. So you are very proactive. So that's a wonderful thing. So I hope that I would see you more and welcome you to the Chinese immigrant community. And you can not only provide services, but you're welcome to come here to talk to us from time to time, and also offer your expertise in different areas. And we definitely would like to invite you to our grand opening in Brooklyn, because Chinese Christian Herald Crusade is going to have a brand new facility in Brooklyn in September, so serving a large population over there. So you will be truly will be a great presence at our opening.
Well, thank you so much for the invitation, and I know that the new space is going to be close to Sunset Park, where I grew up. And so thank you for the invitation. I will definitely be there. And thank you for the hospitality and the ideas. I really appreciate the time to have this conversation and this interview. And I hope to see you soon at community events and other meetings. Thank you.
Yeah, 我正話問處長咧，就話即係佢係一個咁親民嘅一個方式嚟去接近我哋嘅移民群體。咁我都希望日後更多機會咧，可以接觸到佢，咁知道呢個紐約市政府提供俾華人嘅一啲嘅各方面嘅資訊同埋援助。咁另外，我會邀請佢呢，係將會喺9月嘅時候呢，角聲呢個喺布魯倫中個地方呢，有一個新嘅中心成立，咁會邀請呢個局長呢，去參加我哋嘅開幕典禮。Thank you so much.
我們局長說呢，他非常開心，陳牧師給我們很多好的一些建議，還有邀請我們去布魯克林新中心的開幕典禮。那他自己也是在日落公園長大，他非常喜歡去日落公園附近做所有的活動。那希望說之後會有更多的機會，大家可以多多見面，然後多多合作，然後互相了解，是非常感謝。對。
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pastor Mike, and thank you to Lydia.
No problem. Yes.